Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today I'm going to give you a full body workout you can do in your home. We're going to use a tube, like a stronger tube or band, about chest height for a row, and we're going to use a set of dumbbells, and that's it. So grab those things. Make sure you have a good warm-up coming into this. You can do some warm-ups, maybe some marches and some arm twists and some things in your space, or you can go walk around the block or up and down your stairs, something to get your heart movement or heart pumping and your muscles ready for movement. Okay, so we're going to start with a row. Like I said, a little bit stronger tube or band if you have one. And I'm going to have you stand in athletic stance. And I talk about this quite a bit, but what it means is knees bent, hips back a little bit, core tight, so that you're ready to move. So you really want to have all of those things kind of activated and ready for movement. Like if you're going to be ready to dribble a basketball, or just think about an athletic movement that you might do. That's kind of where you want to be. So it's not a squat. It's just a little bit of, okay, my muscles are ready to go, ready to move. Okay, so we're going to take that tube or band here about chest height and slowly pull back. So you're going to drive your elbows towards the back of the room, squeeze those shoulder blades. Think about, this is another way to think about it. I always say squeeze your shoulder blades like you're going to squeeze a pencil. You can also think about it as sticking your shoulder blades down into your back pockets. So bringing them back, sticking them into your back pockets. Importantly, keep those shoulders down away from your ears. And we're just going to go slowly both directions, really squeezing those shoulder blades as you pull back. One more. All right, good. Okay. Here's Tubby helping me again today. All right, now we're going to do a static lunge, meaning you're going to get into that lunge kind of hold and then do some twists. So this is going to require quite a bit of balance. He loves it over there behind my treadmill. It's kind of his safe little spot. So if you have a kitchen chair, I have a chair here I'll demonstrate with. So you can have a chair ready for some balance. So you can also do this at your kitchen sink, just be sideways to it. So a good stride here. If a lunge is too much for you, then kind of be here, and we'll just do a little bit of a bend so it's not really too much of a lunge. As you can see, I'm not down very far. But then what we're going to do is we're going to do some torso or some thoracic spine movements, so some twists, just moving back and forth. So if you're able to do that bigger lunge, we want 90 degrees here. We want your knee over your ankle and just sitting straight down, just like you're going to kneel down here, okay? But you're not. You're holding that, so your legs are really working hard. So you've got your arms out in front of you here just a little bit, and we're going to twist side to side. This is pretty hard. So there's no weights or resistance here, but we're holding that static lunge and really working on just some thoracic spine movement. So keeping that chair there, and if you need to, you can twist towards it, hang on, twist away from it, hang on with this hand, just kind of making it work for you. So we'll do about 30 seconds or 10 twists, however it kind of works out for you. If you're feeling like it's too much, come out of it. Now we'll put our other foot forward. Big, wide distance between your feet here. And like I said, if a lunge hold is too much for you, just kind of bring your feet closer, and you can kind of just bend. So it's sort of an athletic stance with your feet staggered. And now we'll come down. Oh, I had that foot forward. That's easy to do when you switch sides, turn around. It's a really common thing that happens in my gym. When you turn around, you just keep put the other foot forwards again. Okay, so now I have my left foot forward, and I'm doing some torso, thoracic spine twists. So remember, you can be all the way down here. So this is a great balance, leg, core, all the way around. Remember, you can turn towards here, hang on, turn back. Whatever you need to do to keep some good balance and maintain that hold. Okay, next we're gonna move on. Grab those dumbbells, a little bit heavier. We're gonna do some bicep curls. So whatever you know that you need for those, bend your knees when you pick them up. And let's do a tandem stance or a single leg stance. You can do it either way. I'm gonna stand on one foot. If a single leg stance or a tandem stance are too much, stagger your feet like this, or even simply standing with your feet closer together can also be a good challenge for your balance. So curl up, nice and slowly on the way down. We're gonna do 10 of these. So make sure your arms go all the way straight when you curl down. And ensure that you don't have too much weight. You want a good heavy weight, of course, to challenge those muscles. But if you're down here and you kind of feel like you need to use your back to pull it up, that's too much. Go down a pound or two. Nice and slowly, both directions. Control that weight on the way down. No swinging. We're gonna do 2 more. And 10. Good. If you find you're having a hard time stabilizing on that one leg, put the other foot down and do a tandem stance instead. Because if you're here and you're kind of sagging out into that hip, that's not good for your hip, and we want to work on those stabilizers. So doing a tandem stance is a more supportive way to continue to work on that. Okay, so remember to bend your knees when you set your weights down, and we're going to go down to the ground. So I'm going to switch my camera down, and we're going to do some hip extension on your hands and knees. So I want your hands directly below your shoulders, your knees directly below your hips, and your head in line with your spine. So I don't want it down here or way up here. So just keeping it neutral. Straighten out one leg, and we're going to do hip extension. So you're really just coming up so that you make a straight line from your head to your heel, and then back down. So in order to get a little bit more muscle activation with this, don't touch the floor when you take it back down. Similarly, only go to here. We don't need to be going way up here. Don't bend down. Try to keep a flat back. Think about maintaining a teacup on your back. So we're just using those glutes, really getting some good hip stabilization and some good muscle control here. And also your hamstrings will be firing just a little bit, but because your leg is straight, it's really focusing pretty much right there on your glutes. Okay, other foot back. Come bring it all the way up to neutral and then down. Don't quite touch the floor. Nice and slowly, no swinging. And the more slowly you go, the more activation you're going to get of all those muscle fibers. So I talk about this sometimes, but the more you think about the muscle you're working, the more muscle fibers are going to get recruited to that and give you a more effective exercise. So think about squeezing with your hips, squeezing with your butts. And 10. All right, good. Now, if you're feeling a little soreness, you can kind of sit back into child's pose here and give those glutes a big stretch. This feels good to stretch everything. Take a deep breath. And then when you come out of it, come out nice and slowly. Make sure you don't get lightheaded. And then we're going to stand up. So take as long as you need so that when you stand up, your blood pressure is with you and you don't feel lightheaded. So stand up nice and slowly with good form. And we're going to do some punches. So we're going to stand again with that good athletic stance. So with your feet, whoops, I need to raise that a little higher. Feet spread apart, a little wider than hip. I like mine pretty wide here, almost like I'm going to do a good squat. Keep your hands here like we're going to box, and we're going to punch up to the side this way, up to the side this way, down across this way, and then down across the other way. So we're going to punch it though, like we really want to get some good shoulder strength here. So we're going to punch up, up, down, down, up, down, down. So really keeping that athletic stance. where your knees are bent, your hips are bent, they're tipped backwards a little bit, and your core is activated, because this is also a core exercise, really trying to maintain that core stability while you punch, really working on that arm strength, shoulder stability. We're going to do 3 more each way. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Down, down. Okay, now give your legs a little bit of a break. You can shake your arms out if you need to. We're going to go the other way now. So this time we're going to start down and go up, and we're also going to start with your other hand. So activating your brain while we're doing some of these is also really important. So your feet are spread apart, you're ready for movement, knees bent, hips tilted backwards just a little bit, so your hips sit back like this, a little bit of a hip hinge, shoulders down even though we're reaching up overhead, and core tight and ready to move. All right, now we're gonna punch starting down over here. This time we're gonna go down, down. So we're gonna go down, down, up, up. So it's totally opposite of what we started with last time. Down, down, up, up. Make that brain work. Challenge yourself with some different movement patterns here. Up, up, down, down. 7. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Last one, up, up. Okay, great. All right, that one feels really good. It gets a lot of muscles working here in your upper body and gets you breathing. So last one we're gonna do, we're gonna lie back down on the ground. And we did one the other day called a double, I don't know if I called it a double-double, but it was the double knee lifts, remember we did? And then we added your arms. I'm gonna make sure I'm on here. Okay, so what's different about this time is we're gonna let your knees fall over to the side and reach your arms to the opposite side. So we're gonna do a little bit more obliques. So you're starting just like you're gonna do an exercise on your back. Let your knees fall to one side. Reach your arms up to the opposite way. And we're gonna go up and down this way. So we're gonna, like I said, it's a good oblique exercise. Bringing those knees up off the floor from the side. If this is too much, you can leave your hands down and just lift your knees. Nine and 10. Okay, you can rest a second here on your back. Now we're gonna let your knees drop to the other side. The good thing is this is sort of an active rest because you're working your other side of your abdominals, your other obliques. 3. Keep breathing. 4. It's easy to hold your breath with abdominal exercises. 7. Breathe in here. Breathe out as you come down. Let's do 2 more. 9 and 10. Okay, great. Now, to get a good full body workout, you can now go do, maybe 5 more minutes of cardio, come back, cycle through these again. Do them 2 to 3 times through. I think it's gonna be a great workout. You're gonna feel some really good activation. So we're working some different muscles today. And if you only have time to do 1 time through, that's okay, it's great. Anything that you can do that's more than you're normally doing is great. And also if you normally do a lot and you only have time for this today, it's okay. Any movement is great and you're doing awesome. Keep up the great work. I appreciate all the feedback that I get. And please put any questions or comments that you have in the comments, or you can message me privately. All right, keep moving everybody. Thank you.